All right. So these were sent in to a competition called the Mythical Crypt Film Festival. He's an analog horror guy. He did the Stone Cold analog horror, if you remember. So yeah, so he decided to do a competition. He asked me to react to some and do some voting. So I thought we could do it together as a chat. Sound good? Let's get into it. Lunch and cleaning. Lunch and cleaning MCFF2. We got a found footage of the fridge. No. You know what'd be crazy? He opens it to lasagna and the lasagna just comes to life and it's like, let me gobble your dong. Let me gobble your dong. Like some Don Da Don. That would go crazy as an analog horror film. I'd be like, holy shoot, you got me. You got me. I might lock into that. Is that beets? Don't eat that. What is that? What is cleaning? Right? So my theory is he was eating human remains. They were eating human remains, and out of the fear of getting caught, they have an obsessive disorder with cleaning. That was number one. Lunch and cleaning. Put that baby on the board. Let me put it on the poll right now. Winner. All right, lunch and cleaning. I'll put that one up to save it there. Next up is Something in the Fire, Calliope. Mythic Film Festival. Mythic Film Festival. Devontae, what are you doing? The Digi Journal belongs to. I just got this thing. It's supposed to be a digital journal with a camera and stuff. I heard they were popular in the 80s or 90s, but they're not made anymore. Somehow Gael was able to find an unused one at a thrift store. I'll probably forget about it, but I know I'll find a use for it eventually. Thanks. Gael, probably, actually, not Gael. I'm thinking it's a Spanish dude. Gael! Gaelito! I know, I literally haven't said anything here, so I'll explain. I did in fact forget about this, but now I'm working on a short film with my friends Kali. Wait, what? Oh, this is just an intro to the... We just started working on getting some reference photos today, and it went pretty well. We found some good stuff for the doll character, even if it's just possible key points and collages. I can't wait for the next meeting. I really want to try the recording feature on this thing, but it's really glitchy and the audio never saves. It doesn't end up the same. At least it has a cool feature where it'll recognize a person's voice and you can set the voice to a name in the auto captions, but I think I'll only use it if necessary. And set that voice to a name. Okay. We finally started working on what we want the plot to be. I love where we're going with it. It's going to be science, but like also magical. We still need to do a lot more research and a lot more brainstorming, but it's so fun working with them. Okay, so this is not. All right, so what I was confused about, whether he was just giving us information about this film, but I think this is all a part of the lore. Okay. We also found our own little studio. We were originally only going to use the abandoned museum at the edge of town as reference, but it ended up having a lot of useful stuff for us. There are a few rooms that are either locked or blocked off, but we're just here to hide out and brainstorm in an environment that makes it easier. We got stuff done, but not as much. Calliope wasn't in a good mood. I get worried about her often. I tell her that her worries are valid and that I know it's hard for her, but I wish she would let us help her. At least she seems happier when we're all hanging out. Okay, Calliope is going to go off the deep end. That's what's going to happen. She's going to kill everybody. We finished the final copy of the script today. I'm really excited to start working on further parts now. Everything was going fine. We were having fun. Here we go. Here we go. I hadn't shown up to the meeting due to the fact that I wasn't feeling well. My father told me it was divine interference, but thinking of it that way makes me feel like my friends deserved it and I somehow didn't. And I know that's not true. Everyone survived, and while they're all in bad shape, the one I'm most worried about is Calliope. She's always been kind of self-conscious about nearly everything about herself, but now she won't even let any of us see/visit her. She won't even talk to me either. Maybe she's mad at me or something. Turns out it's not just me. She won't talk to anyone at all, not even her family. Apparently she texted Aya that she wasn't mad at us and just needed time to fix herself, and that someone is helping her with that. According to Aya, she stopped applying after that. I'm still worried about her, but it can't be that bad, right? Aya's making a fast recovery, thankfully. She got the least of the fire. JB and Gael are also fine, but they'll take a lot longer to recover. What? I'll be visiting them often. There was something in the fire. I don't know what it was. No one does, but there was something. JB accidentally got this during the fire. None of us know what it is. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know why it's here. It did something to her. It did something, her. Someone called and said that? 911, what's it? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it took my friend. I hear her. She's in there. Oh, man. Where are you? That's what my boy Dante should have did in Devil May Cry. Hello, are you still there? I think it found. Call disconnected. You're cooked. Aya called me at around 3 a.m. this morning. Apparently, Gail had told her that she was going back to that old museum where we used to work on our project to see what JB had recorded when the fire started. Concerned for his safety, the two of us decided to go after him. Normally, we would have to tell JB about this, but he's still in the hospital, and we didn't want to make him stress even more if nothing serious ended up happening. You're about to meet a backrooms creature. Roar! Roar! When we made it, it made the fire seem so little. Sure, it was noticeable that the event had happened, yet it seemed to get less of the museum than I thought it did. As we got closer and closer to the main room, a strong, disgusting smell contradicted the unusual cleanliness. I wish I had turned back there. I wish I could have backed out to throw up or something instead of seeing what I saw. But no, Aya and I kept walking until we saw him. Or what was left of him. The police arrived soon after. They asked us a few questions. We told them all that we knew, but we knew so little that we doubted it would help. Apparently, Gail called them. I won't be naming them so they won't get in trouble, but one of the officers told us that he said it did something to her. Aya and I had to tell JB what happened. He said it's his fault. He said that if he hadn't showed us that video, Gail wouldn't have wanted to go back. I know that's not true, and I told him that, but he didn't believe me. We were trying to contact Calliope again, or at least see if any of her messages could lead to where she is. Nothing. We did find a message from Gail that Aya hadn't read yet. Oh. So Calliope checked the basement while she's gone. What? Apparently a lot of people have been going missing lately, and then found dead later. Whoa, go back. Andrew something. Damn, Andrew. Cooked. The way they're found, it's horrible. All of them were found with their throats ripped out. I'm worried that Calliope might be one of them. Because I know for a fact that can't be her. She wouldn't do it. And even if she did, it wouldn't be her in control. So Calliope did go crazy and kill everybody. I knew it. But it said, nah, she's missing, but she's actually the monster. You freak! Look, her last name is Grimroot. Come on now. She working with the devil, man. She working with the devil. She trying to dance with the devil. Gail's funeral was today. I still can't believe he's gone. To be honest, I'm jealous of everyone else who didn't have to see him like that. I never thought I'd say this, but I wish I'd been a coward. I wish I could say I know what's going on, but I don't. None of us do. No one knows where Calliope is, or if she's even still alive. No one knows who killed Gale and did that to him. It feels like everything is falling apart. The town we live in wasn't particularly quiet, but nothing too bad ever happened here until the fire. For some reason, that fire seemed to spark some sort of domino effect. I just want things to be normal again. And despite that, I can't try to move on. I want to know the reasons for all of this. How this happened. No, I need to know. Only more people are being found, like how I mentioned previously, and more people have caught images of the perpetrator. When it first started happening, they were calling them the Throat Ripper. Arrgh! But now they're being called the Voice Stealer, too, based on some rumors that they have somehow been able to use the voices of the people they kill. I don't want to believe it, but every interview I've seen, the witnesses look like they're telling the truth. Every single one of them, confused and afraid. While I don't believe it's someone actually being able to switch out voices, I do believe they were able to use recordings or something. I'm just curious about everything. I tried not to even consider it, but I couldn't help it. Halloween, I looked more into it, rather than just observing surface level information. And it turns out there was more noted about this voice stealer's behavior than I thought. Apparently, a lot of people who witnessed them or were just in this general area reported a multitude of strange behaviors. One of them being them sounding or moving like they're in constant pain. But one stuck out to me, one that only served to severely concern me yet piqued my interest. That was weirdly said. When not trying to lure someone, they seem to talk in multiple of the voices they've stolen, as if they were desperately trying to find their original voice. While most people either couldn't remember what they said or couldn't make it out in the first place, I was able to find someone who did. While on more professional interviews, this person wasn't talked too much. On another interview set up by someone I found called The Digger, who's known for trying to help people from cases that aren't being looked into as much as they believe they should be, they talked about what they said. Her name's June. She said it started off with her stumbling in on the voice stealer crying as they seemingly gagged on their current victim, which reminds me that I forgot to mention that the voice stealer only uses the victim's voice after they consume their vocal cords. But I have no idea. I can't read that fast, relax! But I have no idea how this works. If you ask me, I don't think it's supernatural. Anyways, I'll probably get to that later. Eventually, the voice stealer spotted June, but instead of attacking her, she said it seemed to force itself to talk to her instead. She said they apologized to her, to everyone, that they said they couldn't help it, but most importantly, they want to stop and end their suffering, but she won't let them. June asked who, and the answer they got was, the one who made me like this. Ooh. The one I met in the fire. The one who told me she'd fix me. Who? How? What? Where? I have to go back. I need to know what's going on. No one else has found out what we need to know. No one has found out why or how this is happening. But what if they're just looking in the wrong place? Why did Gale say to look in the basement? Did he meet whoever the voice stealer talked about? I'm going to go now. I know this is a dumb idea, but I can't take it any longer. I'll record everything and it'll automatically go here. So even if I die too, at least I'll be helping. You're dead. You're cooked. Stay your little ass. We got some animation action. Got some anime. Calliope, is that you? Calliope, I can't talk right now. Please come out. We miss you. We're worried about you. I just want to know you're okay. Are you? He's coming. Go! Who? Go! I showed the recording to Aya and JB. We all agreed that it must have been Calliope. I know the audio didn't save and the quality was horrible, but those captions caught it. It had to be her. There has been no news for a while. I've been busy, and going back seemed too reckless. But I got a letter from her. Hi, Tori. I'm sorry. I miss you. I don't want to keep hiding anymore. I want to at least try to talk to you. To anyone. Meet me at the museum tomorrow. 10 p.m. I'll see you there. Yeah, Tori's dying. GG's Tori. GG's Tori in the chat, man. I'm about to go right now. I'll record again. Why is Tori not bringing along at least one friend or something? A dog? A weapon? Did you just take off her mouth? GG's. She's dead. You want to know what happened after the battery on this thing went out? I had to watch her bash her head in as I tried to find a way to unlock that door. I just want to know how to stop this. How I could have stopped this. Who did I need to stop? Who did this? I heard the police say something about her doing it to herself, but I know that's not true. She wouldn't. She couldn't. She was the queasiest person I knew. She wouldn't have been able to do whatever was done to her. She even said it wasn't her in that interview, but they don't believe that it's reliable enough to even consider. Not only that, she wouldn't even be able to do anything she was seen doing, at least not normally. Thankfully though, the officer that pulled me aside believed me. Well, the second one. What? Well, the second one. I'm not sure why I was talked to twice, especially with the second one being a while later. But in all honesty, I'm just glad someone looked like they believed me. As much as I wanted to wait for the police to do so, I had to talk about it to everyone else. My parents, my friends, her friends. I didn't want anyone else to have to see the video for those who didn't absolutely need to, but Aya and JB were persistent. I know they underestimated it. I saw their faces shift from shocked and despair to fear. I told them everything I knew. I told them what she said, what I saw when this thing ran out of battery. They believed me. They didn't seem to just say they did it out of pity, thankfully. But it's not like I expected them to. Although I think showing this to JB and giving him more details has only made him feel like it's his fault even more. Not just Gale's death, but the fact that I was curious enough to avoid any suspicion about that letter. I don't know what he'll do, but I think he's planning on doing something. I tried to tell him that he should focus on recovering, but I think that's the last thing on his mind right now. I don't want him to end up like her. I don't want anyone to end up like her.
What it do, flight?
What it do, flight crew? Flight team, stand up! Wait, so did JB die or what? That was a pretty good one. What was that again? What did you guys think about that one? Something in the fire. Something in the fire. Cal. We'll put Cal. I thought that was solid. That was pretty immersive, to say the least. Had me pretty tapped in. I was pretty locked into it. Story was actually pretty good as well. I genuinely enjoyed that storyline. We never really found out what was going on with Khalil, unfortunately, or what happens to JB, but still good. Better than Lunch? Yeah, I think it had more lore to it. Ready for the next? Ready for the next? This next one we have is Deer in Your Area by Edward Taylor. That last one was by Skybird, and the first one was by Riza Munir, by the way. This one is by Edward Taylor. Let's get into it. I just sound like a film I'm about to watch in science class or social studies. Like I'm in 5th grade social studies. What are we about to learn, dude? Lock me in. WPDN TV presents Deer in Your Area. Ooh. I like the way you started this.
The deer is one of the most beautiful species of animal residing in our forests. Not all deer are the same. Today, we will identify the differences between 3 deer types commonly found in Virginia forests. The white-tailed deer, or Docloilus virginianus.
Almost everywhere.
The most common deer type in Virginia, these graceful creatures are characterized by their reddish-brown fur and white underside. There are often numerous white patches on the sides of the face and sometimes along the side of the body. This is what they sound like.
Okay. What do they sound like before I rip their throats out and eat them for deer jerky?
The white-tailed deer gather into herds of upwards of hundreds, which then break up in the spring. These deer are active throughout the day. In more developed areas, they are more active at night. The fallow deer, or dama dama.
Located almost everywhere.
Fallow deer have 2 different coats, one for summer months and one for winter months. Their summer coats are short and shiny. It also has a pale chestnut brown color with white and cream colored spots. Their winter coat is longer and has a more drab color. The spots disappear and the chestnut color darkens significantly. The antlers are much flatter than the white-tailed deers and are much closer to the caribous.
This one seems to have some serious lore building, I'm assuming. These deer have to have something to do.
Fallow deer tend to live in small herds, with the males being separate from the females and young. These deer feed at dawn and dusk, while resting for the rest of the day.
Sorry, funny thought came to my head.
Renas. To Funky Serverum.
Okay, here we go. Here's the third type of deer. Whoa, 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 what was that? Living inside of our corpses.
They look like deer. They are not deer.
Okay, so what are they?
Distorted faces.
Who? Bumbo Clyde. Run, boy. Wait, are we the deer? What?
Carnivores.
We're scared shitless right now. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, you're cooked. See, at this point, just honestly lay down flat and let them violate you. It's over for you, dog. You can't escape. Just beg for mercy, dog. That's all you can do at this point. Beg for mercy. Or at least try to make a dash for it, bro. Climb a tree, something. That's not... Let me try to climb a tree or something. Or you know what? You know what? You're in a bunch of leaves, bro. Dive in the leaves. Put a bunch of the leaves over you and just stay still. Camouflage. They won't even see you, son. He's not taking my ideas. He's not taking my ideas. The end. Is that really the end? Yeah, for me personally, there wasn't really much in that, huh? We got some deer lore in the beginning, but it didn't really tie much into the rest of the story. You know, like if you're gonna give us all this deer lore in the beginning of the story, like it has to make sense as we're going on to the end of the story. Like hearing the two different coats they get in the winter and summer. Like, what was the point of giving us that information? You know, it was pointless. Yeah, that wasn't my personal favorite, but I'm gonna add in deer in your area. All right, last one. So Lost He Was by Zealot Drake.
Travis. He cannot be far from here. He shouldn't be far. From what I heard, he came here last night. And I called him twice. I don't know where he is. So if you see this, I'm looking for him right now. Travis.
That boy's about to get slaughtered in these woods. Travis ain't out there, man. My guess is someone's gonna come and move the camera. Someone's gonna pick it up and take it away. No. Guess not.
Oh man. I'm gonna get in so much trouble if I can't find my fucking brother. What would he even be doing out here anyway?
It's a good question.
At least I
Maybe
have my
summoning
hiking
demons.
boots on. Getting further and further away from civilization, and it's fucking scary, to be honest. Hey, brother! Well, how the fuck am I gonna get over
Huh?
this? Hey, bro!
This looks like the scene where they recorded a Teen Wolf episode. I know it was really random, but it just made me think of it. What is... What the...
Travis.
White boy is recording himself doing parkour tricks? Is that him? That was pretty cool, Slide. Some Tom Cruise shit. I see you, my boy. It's doing your own stunts. I see you. For that, you get some points. You get some points for your own stunts.
Oh, man. I guess this is where he fell. This is bike. It's right here. Oh, I almost fucking died. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Kind of scared the crap out of me first. Huh? That was it? So, Travis died in the tunnel? Okay. That was the fourth one there. What was it called? So Lost He Was by Zelot Drake. All right, so we had lunch and cleaning, something in the fire, deer in your area, and So Lost He Was. Highest vote, first place, second highest, second place, and so on, so forth. Yeah. Put your votes in for the Mythic Film Festival submissions. These were the winners, but we're going to vote on the best of the winners either way. Yeah, Something in the Fire was definitely the best one. Like, that generally had a great storyline, right? And it barely even needed any visuals. That's what I love about analog horror, bro. And just great storytelling in general. Like, obviously, if you add visuals, showing and telling is better than just showing or just telling, but you can just tell and still give that feeling, dude. And that's all that Something in the Fire did, which was fantastical. Only the Fire one. Yeah, I would say that too. Only the Fire one should have won. The rest weren't really up to par now, were they? No, were they? Yeah, I don't think we need to vote anymore. Something in the Fur. Good job to all the submissions though in the competition. Still pretty cool for you guys to make analog horrors.